Well, greetings everybody, and happy Friday, and welcome to Friday Night Flights. I'm your host tonight and the flight lead. I am Lazerbolt, and yeah, tonight we're doing something a little different than what we've normally been doing. We're flying this Twin Baron. Great aircraft, nice and simple, but this will allow us to do some sightseeing, because we are in New Zealand. A lot of you joined us last Wednesday, or just a couple days ago Wednesday. We had a good little flight from Tasmania all the way here to New Zealand. Took about 3 hours, but it was a one hop over the water. Wasn't a whole lot to see, but it was a good time when we got here. And tonight we are going to be visiting a bunch of cool looking points of interest around New Zealand, specifically the cool ass town of Queenstown. A lot of neat stuff going on there, and we'll be doing that. And here we are on another Friday night, gang. How's everybody doing tonight?
Doing good, thank you.
Great. Cheers. Howdy, howdy.
Howdy do. Got Kenius saying hi in the chat there. Tonight, pretty simple. We are going to be climbing up to about 8,000 feet. We have a nice flight plan to follow. That should be easy to do. 8,000 feet should do it. These birds here, we could probably comfortably maintain 140 knots at 8,000. So count on doing that. We're going to take off out of here and take a right-hand turn to get on course. We'll be on our way to Queenstown. That right-hand turn, we're going to turn to a heading of 347. So count on doing that. Turn to the right, 347. So Travis, you were just saying that you figured out what your multiplayer issue was last week?
Yep, so it was in the graphics settings.
Really?
And, yeah. Well, on my fairness, at least that's what I'm trying to, tell myself, is that all these descriptions, when you know how they put the descriptions when you change the settings and stuff, none of them anywhere say anything about multiplayer. And
no, but one of them was related,
I put it in the chat here, but it's this aircraft traffic quantity, and I had that turned off, which, because I thought it was,
Aircraft
AI traffic, at least in the in the past. They put the AI traffic in the graphics stuff.
Right.
And
I don't even know if I've ever seen that setting. That's kind of a new one. Weird.
It is a newer one.
Oh.
I don't know how new, but it is newer.
Hey, we got Mia Scully joining us in that awesome double twin Beechcraft Baron. This is a nice aircraft. I'm kind of hoping that maybe if there's some people watching that are normally a little bit intimidated by those big old herky birds that we're usually flying around, this Baron is a nice, simple, regular old airplane. It's got everything you need, but it is pretty basic. And this is a good starter aircraft if you'd like to really get some hours in and fly and just take it easy. This is a real easy one to fly. So if anybody would like to join us, we would encourage that. We're pretty easy to fly with around here. We take it casual. And the information for the flight is in the description of the YouTube video. And please join us. Hit like and subscribe when you're down there too. We're going to be leaving in about a minute and a half.
That'll give time for Coach to start that number one engine over there.
Oh, I see. He's only got one engine spinning, don't he?
I was just trying to be subtle. Coach, did you notice your left engine is not running?
I beg your pardon.
It might be just. It looks like it ain't running.
It's spinning
but...
for me. It's spinning on my machine.
Oh, is it?
So
Okay.
Okay.
That kind of stuff happens.
It's spinning over here. I can see it. It's
Well, as long as you got enough power to get out of here, that's fine. Just a reminder, we take off out of here. We are going to take a right-hand turn to a heading of 347. Climb to 8,000 feet. We've got some mountains to go over. As a matter of fact, the entirety of...
Tail hook's a little bit late over there.
Right, the entirety of New Zealand is quite mountainous and rocky. So count on doing that. Oh, we got Mia taxiing away. Hopefully she'll be back and ready for action, because we'll be leaving here in quite shortly, about 15 seconds. Reminder, we're going to try to maintain 140 indicated. 140. So, all right, if everybody's ready, get your flaps all set, and we're ready to take off out of here. Lazerbolt is spooling up and rolling.
I feel like Mia got one of those, stepped away for a second and started rolling
Right.
off.
I do that all the time. I'll be looking down, messing with like my GPS, and I didn't realize that I hit the throttle a little and just roll away. I've done that for sure a bunch of times. All right, y'all. It is time for action. We have a nice group of pilots going on here tonight. Welcome, everybody. I quite enjoyed that flight we had Wednesday, where we were just crossing the ocean there. It was still nice. It's always nice to climb up high and just do the long haul. Wonderful. I'm going to go a little bit more to the right here so I can...
I gotta restart. I lost an engine.
Oh, no. You could do the, what is it, Control E or whatever, the auto engine start sequence. That usually works.
So.
Or you can just meet us right back there at that airport. Got an early morning flight going on here. I set my time to, oh, I don't know, about 7 a.m. Beautiful. I'm particularly looking forward to getting to Queenstown. That's going to be our first stop of the evening, Queenstown. A lot of cool stuff to see there. It's a big vacation resort area. We've got neat stuff. There's ski lifts and great big restaurants on top of mountainsides and stuff. It's great. And one of the things I love, I haven't seen it in a while, but I'm looking forward to seeing it again, is there's a really cool racetrack at the top of one of these mountains where it's just like gravity go-karts, where you hop on the go-kart and there's no motor. It just sends you down the hill and there's a track and you race everybody. And it looks pretty cool. And it's animated. They actually have race cars driving around on the track, and it's not just on a loop. They're actually AI race cars avoiding each other and trying to win, and it's pretty fun to sit there and watch them. That will be our first stop in Queenstown.
Restarted my engine. Coming on.
Right on. We haven't gotten very far yet, that is for sure. So even in my climb right now, I'm having trouble maintaining 130. So 140 when we're in cruise should work just fine. I've just latched onto the pink line and we're inbound. Outbound from one place, inbound to the other.
We're bound to somewhere.
We are. And I like this, it's a little cheesy, but I like the flame paint job going on that they got.
The fuck is it doing?
I don't know, it's not working for you? Alright, looks like Mia's back with us, Coast is back with us, we're all good. So hopefully everybody had a decent week. I know we just talked to you on Wednesday, but here we are. It's Friday again. Time to relax with a drink and a snack, and we'll sit here and have a nice flight. Oh, we got all kinds of people chiming in here. We got Karma wishing us a good evening. Captain Hopper, my buddy, is in saying happy flight. Punch a hole in the sky. We are going to do that for sure. Good to see everybody.
I have a question. Captain Hopper was the gentleman with you on your Jedi video?
Yeah, Captain Hopper is in the Star Wars videos. He's the he's Captain Skyhopper in the Star Wars videos. He's the Force ghost that doesn't know he's a Force ghost.
Don't we all?
Yep, had a lot of fun making
Totally
this year's
gone off.
video. I always do have fun making it, but this year's was a good time.
I did watch it. I did enjoy it. I didn't comment on it, but I did like it.
Right on. Hey, thanks, man. Yeah, like I said,
I
it's
did
not getting
catch that.
not like getting a whole lot of views, but it's getting a lot of likes. Way higher than average number of likes, so that's good. The people that are watching it are liking it. And if
I was so
anybody's
blown
interested in
away.
checking it out, go to my channel here, Lazerbolt Videos. And I made a Star Wars Day video. I make one a year, on Star Wars Day. And yeah, this year's was fun. We collaborated with a group of guys over at the Bombad Cast, and it was fun. Okay, I'm climbing through 7,000 for 8,000. At that time, I'll be able to get up to that 140 indicated. So I think the weather finally broke around here a little bit. We've been hitting 60 degrees for the last day or two. Today it's probably 60 right now, I'm guessing. That's nice. Nice comfortable temperature. It's better than 40.
Better than almost 90.
Yeah, 90'd be a bit much, especially in that Florida, got the humidity, man.
Yeah, it kind of was 97 a handful of days ago and 94,
Yeesh.
95.
Almost 100 already.
And
It's
then-
only May.
Yeah, the last couple days it cooled off a little bit, or at least today for sure. But down to 86.
Right. I'm holding level at
Not
8,000.
a lot.
And we are going to need pretty much every bit of 8,000 because there are quite a bit of mountains up ahead.
Take what I can get.
Yeah, it drops just a few degrees. Once it's 90, that few degrees feels good.
Yeah. Yeah, not so bad in the shade.
I mean, I could work with 60, what we got around here. Still not quite nice enough to take the top off my car. It'll be a little chilly driving around, but it's nice. Like I said, getting out of the 40 degrees range, real nice. Alrighty, I am holding 140.
I got a steady 119 at 7,000.
Yeah, this thing doesn't keep a lot of speed when it's climbing, that's for sure. But once it levels out,
Nah. We had a nice, cool, comfortable 73 right now here in Tennessee.
yeah, that's not too
good.
awful bad. Yeah, for us that would be pretty warm, but that's not bad at all.
Inside temperature.
Yeah.
It's hotter in my house than it is outside right now. I get a big screen TV on one side and 2 computer monitors running. Whew, it's making it warm in here.
Yeah.
Plus drinking this Mexican mudslide, I think that's heating things up though.
Yeah, you keep
Probably
talking about that mudslides. I need to grab a couple of those. I love a good mudslide.
Man, they are good.
What is it?
It's kind of a chocolatey alcoholic drink. It's almost, when I used to make them at the bar when I was tending, I would just kind of fill the blender with ice and a couple different chocolate liqueurs and stuff like that. I forget exactly what's in there. And you blend it all up, and it's like a chocolate milkshake with kick.
Yeah. I get these little bottles of it at Kroger. You can get 2 for $4. So I grab usually a pina colada and a mudslide together, or a couple of pina coladas, one for each hand.
Festive, like maracas. I'm still trying to figure out who this Uke Grass is. Would that be our buddy here? It will be fine hanging out with us in Discord. because I'm not sure. They might have different names in the game and in Discord. These first two legs are a little bit short, but there are points of interest to check out along the way. That third leg is going to be pretty much climbing high and trying to get over these mountains. Climbing high will be 9,000, an extra 1,000 feet over what we got right now. Yeah, the engines on this thing are so quiet. I tried turning them up too. It didn't make much difference. Hey, Mia Scully made her way up here. Good deal. And Travis and Kineas right behind him. Good deal. Been a while since we've flown these birds, but we used to fly this all the time. It makes a really good sightseeing airplane. You give it a notch of flaps, and you can slow down to about 100, and you can do a really nice tight turn, so you can get a good view of anything you're trying to look at. Matter of fact, right before we get to Queenstown, we're going to jog off to the left just a little bit. And that will help us see, there's a bunch of, like I said, there's a resort there, and there's all kinds of nice little mountainsides, and even a chairlift that's all animated. It's pretty cool. Big beautiful lake going on there too. Heyo, Travis, what's happening, buddy?
Hello.
It's very
Turn
unusual
that
to
wing.
see everybody's in the same aircraft, and that's pretty cool. It's a nice default aircraft, and we can all see each other.
Turn that wake turbulence on for the first time.
It
And,
makes a big difference. Not a good difference either.
yeah, being right behind you, I definitely know.
Yeah, I've heard people mention it on takeoff, because we always kind of line up on the runway, and I'll take off one after another. And
Yeah.
if you're in the back, boy, it's going to throw you around.
With the real world weather, the pressure in this area is quite high, higher than I normally see it in the U.S. anyways.
Yeah, I started in real weather, and it put me several hundred, looked like a few hundred feet above everybody.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's like equivalent to around 30.51 inches.
Yeah,
Must
it
be
went back to
Sauron.
a few clouds. But I pulled my mixture back, and it gave me some extra speed. I'm doing about 148 now.
A good deal. Yeah, I'm without moving my throttle, I got a comfortable 138. I can go faster than that, but like I said, it's nice to go a little slower and keep everybody together.
Yeah, I'm just trying to catch up. But
All right.
it wasn't letting me, so I pulled back my mixture a little, and it gave me some extra speed. So
I think I've got auto mixture going on. All right, we are rapidly approaching these mountain ranges. So you'll notice when we get to Queenstown, there's a little like a, I don't know, it's a big lake actually. Kind of looks like a river, but it's a lake. And yeah, if we follow that around to the left, somewhere over here where I'm pointing, that's where we'll find that really nice resort with the racetrack and the it's got a big like a ski lift. It's pretty neat. Oh, okay, right. This is says it will be fine. Said something in YouTube. That is Uki grass. All right, good deal. We're currently fighting with the autopilot. That's a pretty common condition around here. We're always fighting with something.
Hey, you know that the black square has a this Beech Baron, and if you like your steam gauges and a little bit of modern avionics, it's like a $40 airplane though, but
They've got
man,
both.
it looks really cool.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, Coast and I, right before the flight, we were just talking about how back in the FSX days, they had a twin Baron, but it was all steam gauges, but it was nice.
Yeah, Black Square's got one in the marketplace now, and
Really?
yeah, it's really cool. It's kind of expensive, but it looks really good.
Right.
And they've got several paint jobs.
Yeah, that's good to hear. Yeah, we're probably only going to be in this for about 2 weeks. I think 2 weeks is all we're going to need to really see most of New Zealand. You'll notice our flight tonight will take us almost to the tip of the big southern island. And we'll hop over to the northern island and check out that stuff. Up here in the northern island, that's where you will find Hobbiton. Hobbiton's up here somewhere, and it looks just like it did in the movies. It's pretty cool.
I'm catching up to you now, Laser.
Right on. That's what we want. Let's get this group together. Yeah, there you are. Yeah, I wish this bird wasn't so quiet. I'd like to have a little bit of engine sounds going. I already turned it up quite a bit. I didn't want to get too overpowering with anything. Make sure that we can
I've got mine
hear
on
ourselves.
100%, and it's still not really loud
You
unless
barely
I'm
hear it.
outside it. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, there's Bob. How you doing, buddy?
All right. I try to adjust my speed here so I don't run over anybody. I blew by Travis there. I kicked in that nitrous.
There you go. Hit a bunch of little prop wash.
Hello, Lily.
Hey, Longhorn left us a message here in Discord. Says he has a stream going on YouTube while he's packing up the trailer and finish some stuff. Yeah. Well, good. Hopefully you're enjoying the stream, and hopefully you enjoy your little trip there. He's heading up north. Gosh, what is the area? There's a dam there in California.
Oroville, right?
Oroville Dam. That's right.
Oh, yeah, that's it.
Yeah, hopefully that's a good time. only 38 miles out. Closing. I think if you really stick to the flight plan, you should be fine as far as the mountains go at 8,000 feet. But there are peaks that are slightly taller than what we're doing right now. Just try to avoid them. Matter of fact, if you look up ahead to the right just a little bit, you can see that lake. We're going to be pretty much following that. Well, I don't know. We'll see. Let's go over these mountains here first. We might actually go to the left just a little bit so we can check out all that cool stuff.
They certainly have some beautiful mountains here.
It is nice. Yeah, very nicely done. I love the mountains there. They look so much better than they did back in 2020. In 2020 it looked pretty nice, but a lot of the mountains have those weird stretched out textures where they just didn't quite have that figured out yet. And they would take one texture and just stretch it out really long. It would look weird. Now everything's pretty,
What are you
pretty
doing?
Cool. Well,
Fuck me.
hey, I guess we're gonna mute. We're gonna mute fine over here.
Fucking hell.
Oh no.
Sounds like he's having issues, but that's fine. Judging from the accent, sounds like they're from Australia. Right on. Or even New Zealand. I can't quite tell the difference between a New Zealand accent and an Australian accent. They're pretty close, but they're not the same.
I had to restart. I'm way behind you guys.
Yeah, I noticed that. You fell back, but shouldn't be too hard to catch us. Not going too fast.
You going to 8,000?
8,000 feet. If you look on your AFB, you'll see that we're approaching that lake. We're not too awful far from it.
You guys have your propeller shadows slowly moving across your cowling instead of being a
Well,
little bit
I
more
might
blurred
have
out
a
like
different
it
time of
should
day
be.
than you got. My shadows are in a different place.
Where you
My
go,
sun's
where you
just
off
coming
to?
up.
I
Sorry?
must have the wrong flight plan in for you guys.
I saw you a minute ago taking off from the airport.
Oh yeah, but you guys seem to be off to a different airport.
Well, we're heading.
November Zulu, Quebec, November.
Yeah, that's not on my flight plan.
Really, you must have a different flight plan.
You might have loaded the wrong one in.
Yeah, I just downloaded it just before the flight started, and it seemed to populate fine.
Yep, it should be the one called FS24 Queenstown NZ Baron. Might even say Baron 16 on it. This is our 16th Baron flight in this sim. Yeah, I'm going to just continue going forward at this point. We're not going to go over to the right to get to the lake. Not just yet.
Seems you can also use sim rate increase to catch up to the group
That's true.
and then slow back down.
Reload the flight plan, and it's a better flight plan. I must have had the old one in there.
We have definitely flown around here before, but that old flight plan must be, gosh, at least a year old. I think the last flight plan that we flew here in New Zealand, we were coming from the north, going south. This time we're doing a different route. When you load it into your EFB, don't forget to send it out to the avionics and ATC. That
I
might
always
also
do that.
be.
Sorry, I do that.
Tailhook joining us up here. He's used to flying that F-16 or FA-18. I can almost see the orcs from here. See, just a little information on the airport. We're going to do a little sightseeing before we land. But when we do land, we are going to be coming in. Yeah, going to be coming in runway 23. Count on that when we're landing, runway 23.
It's a pretty view of the lake down there at our 1 o'clock.
It is nice. Yeah, that leads us right to the place too. Actually, the place we're flying around in is right on this lake. I am going to use my heading bug and turn a few degrees to the left here. So we're not going directly at the airport. And we can check out some of the cool sights. Let's see here. Turn to heading about at 133. Hopefully I can avoid any tall mountain peaks and we'll be just fine. Robert Eberthouse says this is Lake Oroville. Oh, okay. That's Longhorn saying going to Lake Oroville up there in Northern California. Pretty neat place. We've flown around there too. Go a little farther to the left here. Try to make it in between that little saddle. Yeah, I like flying this Baron just because I can use my entire, I can use my flight sim cockpit setup and everything works fine. It works really good with all the default aircraft, but you get something fancy like that, the Dirty 30 we're flying, and that gets a little tricky. A lot of my controls don't work. A lot of my hardware stops working when I'm using that aircraft. But this is easy as pie. This is a very simple airplane to fly. Like I was saying earlier, if anybody would like to join us, and you might have been a little intimidated by the Hercules and the giant aircraft we're normally flying, this is a great alternative. This is a great starter airplane. We will be eventually landing here at runway 23 though, so keep that in mind. Runway 23, we got 5,800 feet of asphalt, and that's plenty for these. And a bit of elevation. We're up here in the mountains. That the elevation there is 1,100 feet. We'll worry about that once we start checking out some of these cool points of interest around here. We're only about 14 out. It's another nice thing about these birds that if we were only 14 out and this high in a Herky bird, we might be in trouble. But this thing, it's slow enough. We don't have anything to worry about. It's Eberhard. I don't know how I pronounced it, but it probably wasn't Eberhard. That's a name I'm familiar with too. I have a couple friends called Eberhard.
Are they German?
No. Well, they might have German descent, actually. It sounds like German.
I had a neighbor called Eberhard, Joe Eberhard. He and his wife were from Germany.
There's a big grocery store chain locally called Eberhardt's around here.
Ah.
Oh. He says I said Eberhaus, and that's probably right. Alright, we've got some POI markers already showing up. So, fun. Got Cecil Peak over here. It is a pretty tall peak.
I can see Travis's tag now.
That's a good sign.
I'm not far from the group. Everybody else should pop up in a second.
So you'll notice there are lots of points of interest markers coming up here. They are all over the place, and this is a really nice looking area. What I'm in particularly looking for is that one, there's a resort on top of one of these mountains here. Well, it's not on the top of the mountain, but it's a big hill. And it has that animated racetrack that is so impressive. Oh yeah, Longhorn says his great ancestors were German, of course.
There's a lot of us here.
Yeah, Longhorn says, if I start slurring my words, you can thank Wingnut. That mudslide sounded good, and he made an extra strong one. Wonderful.
Oh,
Okay,
you're welcome, Longhorn. I'm glad I could help.
you're a good influence. Yeah,
Oh,
look at it. We're
well,
down here
I know a
checking
lot
out
of people that would disagree with that. Go ahead.
family members.
Oh, of course.
So we got Sunshine Bay in Lake, what is it? Wakatan? Neat. Gili Port. Little Sunshine Beach. That just sounds nice. You see over there where it says the Skyline Queenstown? That's where we're heading. We're going to check that out before we go to the airport. Matter of fact, I'm going to give myself a notch of flaps and start slowing down here so we can get a reasonable speed and do some cool sightseeing. The TSS Earnslaw. That's kind of a neat little point of interest also. That's it's the last steam-powered ship still in operation in the Southern Hemisphere. And they give tours, they take you around the lake and show you all the cool stuff to see. And in the game, it's modeled really nicely. It's very cool. Matter of fact, some of this stuff I'm going to break out my controller and my drone and fly around and get a little better look at it. So some of you might see me looking like I'm paused, but I'm actually just checking out the cool sights like the TSS Earnslaw. Let's see what that looks like around here.
I'm surprised, being a steamship, they didn't call it the coleslaw, but then
Nice.
the ocean might have eaten it up.
Excellent joke. Yeah, it's a pretty cool
Especially
looking
for
little model.
Friday. For Friday. Fish fry Fridays, you know.
You'll see at the top of the hill here. That's where all that cool stuff is as well. Okay. Getting all crazy here. Yeah, look at that. Pretty neat looking model. They did a good job on it. I think I'm still too far away to get the high-res textures loaded in. The LOD on it's not very good right now. But it's a pretty cool looking ship. There's Ernslaw written right on the side. Fun, fun, fun. Okay, I'm going to crash if I'm not careful. I just wiped myself out. Because I was not careful. Whoop.
I got a good capture of it with my drone. I'll post that here in a little while.
Oh, not of me upside down, hopefully.
If I find you, I'll get you there too.
I hear
Okay,
there's
everybody.
a slew of
Yep.
ways of fixing a crash.
Yeah, I'm already back.
What's the slew buttons anyway? I need them. Guide to crash on.
Shift X to get you
Yeah,
in slew
manually.
mode, and the rest of it, I'm not quite sure. Like
I think
right
Shift
now,
Z
I'm using like F5 to bring myself up.
I changed my bindings to kind of what it was before because I was already hardwired.
Yeah, you can set your thing to your keyboard to 2020 version and use the old style. That's what I did. So mine is Y to slew, and then F4
Yeah.
to raise you up.
Yep.
So you guys see this up here with the Skyline Queenstown? It's got that cool racetrack up there. I need to get a little closer so we can actually see the go-karts. You can see there's a ski lift going around up here, taking people up and down. It's animated. But yeah, I need to get a little closer so I can check out that Skyline Queenstown.
Ah, that's cool. It is animated. I see the
Yeah.
whatever ski lift's going up and down.
Right,
Yeah.
the ski lift's going up, and not only that, but when you get up to the top and you check out the actual racetrack, there's cars going around it. Yeah, see that? There's cars going around the track. Now, how cool is that? Like, they took all the time to animate this and just make it all awesome. And how many people are even going to see this? You know, how many people are going to specifically fly up here to look at this? And look at all the work they put into that. That's awesome. Got your ski lifts going in and out. That is so cool. Great job. Great job animating all this and making it look fantastic. Like I said, and what is the extremely tiny percentage of people who are actually going to fly up here and see it? Pretty small, I bet. And like I said, if you really watch the cars, they're not like on a loop. They actually react to each other. They try to drive around each other. They try to not hit each other. Some of them are faster. Some of them are slower. I sat up here with a helicopter one time and just kind of watched the races and bet on them. It's pretty neat. Apparently, they're just gravity coasters, really. You sit on this little go-kart, and it doesn't have a motor. It just has a brake. That's all you do. So you go as fast as you can until you feel like hitting that brake.
Sounds like a new gambling game.
I just thought that was super cool, man. How neat is that? Got our buddy Jared the TIE Pilot up in here saying, "Evening, Laser." Well, hey, Jared, how's it going? This might be the first time we've seen you join us on a Friday, but we're just checking out the sites near Queenstown, New Zealand. And, yeah, just marveling at, look at the detail they put into this stuff. And how many people who own this game are ever even going to see this? 0.5% or less? Just crazy. I love how they put the work into it, even though it might not be worth it. It's worth it to me because it looks pretty cool. Right on. I am going to go ahead and get set up for that runway here. And you'll see the those ski lifts go all the way down the mountain. All the way down to the bottom. Alright, getting set up for landing. We decided we're landing on runway 23. It's plenty long enough for us. Let's go ahead and do that. This place is just loaded with point of interest markers. Beautiful area. I can really see myself enjoying taking a vacation around here. Beautiful city right on this mountainous lake. It's pretty cool. Alright, coming in. Going gear down.
Yeah, New Zealand's probably got it all except for New York style cities.
Jared wants us to go to Hobbiton. And you know what, Jared? Next week we actually will. Hobbiton, believe it or not, is in the game. And we're going to fly there next week. It's in the northern part of New Zealand. I do not see this runway. And I probably should.
Yeah, I heard
Okay,
after
we're
they
doing good.
destroyed it the first... After they destroyed the set the first time, it
Yeah.
was inhabitable.
It was inhabitable after they destroyed it after the first movie. But when they made The Hobbit, they rebuilt the set, and the guy's land that they rebuilt it on, he said, I'll let you do it, but only if you make it nice and sturdy. And now it's a tourist attraction. Right on. Coming in on runway... Well, I'm
Hey,
coming in on runway
Travis,
5. I don't know how that happened.
On these things about the hobbits and everything, you just got a really bad hobbit.
Yeah.
There's no such thing as a bad hobbit. Well,
Hard Hobbit to break.
I guess Smeagol's a hobbit. He's not always good. I do miss that reverse thrust, though. This thing doesn't have anything
Smeagol
like
is-
that.
Smeagol is the ring seagull.
Oh, boy. All right, when you get down, I ended up landing on runway 5. So we'll just
So did
meet,
I.
we'll just
It
meet
was
back
right
up
there
on
at
the
the end
beginning
of
of
the
runway
lake.
5. Well, that was like more straight in than what I expected it to be. It was right there. Okay, we'll meet back up at the beginning of that, and we'll get ready for the second leg. As we are flying out of here, there is a bit of a river valley, lake valley kind of thing going on, and you will need to use that to do some serious climbing. So climb, climb, climb. We're going to go back up to 8,000 feet. If you take too long, you're going to hit a mountain. Also, as we're on our way here, we will go by, there's a gigantic bridge. I forget what the bridge is called, but it is the site of the world's first commercial bungee jumping type situation. So that's kind of neat. And in the game, you can even see bungee cords hanging down off of it. So they really did a good job around here. Let's see what we got. We got anybody in the air still? I think we do have Uki Gross on the way.
Yeah, it's coming in from the other
Right
side.
on.
But I should be
Hopefully
done.
got his autopilot situation figured out. Did I hear the Coast is on his way? Okay, if I am not mistaken, that is the last of us pilots. We're all down in here. So, let's go ahead and get back on this runway. We'll be taking off in about 2 minutes. You will notice on the map that we have little ways to do our climbing, and we're going to need it. You'll notice on the map this big area here. By the time we get to here, we're going to have to be at least 8,000 feet.
Climb, climb, climb.
Climb, climb, climb. We're going to take off in about a minute. Make your final preparations here. Jared wants to know why the ass of our plane is not dragging. Well, these tail draggers are pretty balanced. They usually have them balanced pretty well right on the back wheels, so it does tip back nice and easy like, and that way you can pivot back and catch the air, keep flying. But yeah, I mean, I never thought about it, but it does kind of look like the tail should be dragging. But we got all the heavy engines and everything up here in front, and that keeps the nose down. Coast, buddy, you still with us?
I'm in the area.
All right, on. Got another pilot joining us,
Yes.
Beef God up here. Don't know if they're with us or just happen to be here at this airport. That's pretty nice. All right, guys and girls, let's go ahead and get this ready here. Set your altitude for 8,000 feet. And we are on our way. Lazerbolt is spooling up and rolling. Let's see what Beef God is in. No, he's definitely not with us. That's a incompatible aircraft.
Yeah, this is kind of one of the more popular airports for New Zealand, so or just a more famous one.
This whole
So I
area,
wouldn't
I
be
believe,
surprised
is
to see.
just a huge tourist destination, isn't it? Queenstown?
I suppose it probably would be, yeah.
Well, I would hope so, with all the resorts they've got. If somehow they ran all the orcs out of here, they don't have to worry about that no more. The occasional Uruk Hai, maybe. Hey, as we're taking off, let's check out this. You see it up there? It's called the Kuarau Gorge Suspension Bridge. That is the one in question that I was talking about, so don't climb quite so high just yet until we check out that bridge. That's the one where it is the world's first commercial bungee jumping site. And if you're lucky and get close enough, you will see the bungee cords hanging down. Nice details. Once again, nice details on a thing. It's a big, big world. How many people are going to actually see this? Not very many. And they still did a good job on it.
At least 5 people will.
Yep. Well, some of us have seen it more than once. I would love to try to go underneath this Kawaru Gorge suspension bridge. It's tall enough, but there's 2 bridges back to back, and it won't be easy, so I'm not even going to try it. I will probably get real close to it and then just switch over to my drone. We can see what's going on there. Just around this bend. Yeah, it's pretty well done too. You can see the big parking lot that they've got and just their building. It's pretty cool. Yeah, there it is. Here we go. Yeah, I remember this is one of them too. We flew helicopters here one time and we all landed on top of that bridge. Yeah, you see? It's got the bungee cords hanging down. It's pretty dope. I'm guessing at this point that they just bought the entire bridge and people don't use it anymore because they have that other bridge over here. You know what I mean? So this bridge is probably purely just for bungee jumping off of. Some tour buses going on. It'd be nice if there was animated jumpers. I can see where that might be a problem though.
Sometimes they build structures underneath the bridge too. They can, I'm not sure about this one, but where you can get underneath it and not bother anything on the traffic side.
Right, right. On this one, I'm guessing this other bridge right next to it looks like it's considerably newer. I'm guessing that the bungee cord bridge is older one, and then they built this new one. They just allow them to do their commercial bungee jumping. Anyway, that's neat. Let's get back on
You're
course.
probably right.
Back on track. Time to climb, climb, climb. And yeah, as a matter of fact, it's going to take us a little bit to get back on track for the pink line. This twin Baron, the twin engine on this thing, does make it so it climbs pretty good. It climbs like a billy goat. It might not climb really fast, but it will climb. As soon as I get past this little ridge up here, I'm turning north and get back on track.
Helps when you put your throttles to full if you want to climb too.
It really does help. You need plenty of horsepower to get up here. Just like I said, keep an eye on your speed. As you're climbing, your speed likes to drop. And you don't want to go too slow, fall out of the sky. I'm about ready to turn
Really?
north. This is one of those airplanes too that the windshield gets real dirty as you fly. The more you fly, the more dirty it gets. Alright, turning north to intercept the flight path. Oh, what a nice little group we got tonight. Fantastic. Look at that. I'm still only at 4,000 feet. We need to climb all the way to 8,000 or we ain't going to make it over these mountains. Just like that. This is our penultimate leg of the evening. When we get to our next destination, we'll take a 10-minute break. That's tradition around here. That's what we do. 10 minutes is enough to grab a drink, grab a snack, let the dog out. You go down there and like and subscribe. You can even download the game and meet us at this next airport if you want. It doesn't take long to download the game. And yeah, if you need information on the flight, it's all in the description of the YouTube video there. Tell you where we're going and what we're flying. We'd love to have you. We fly pretty casual around here. And this airplane we're in tonight is much easier than the Hercubird we're usually in. This is a pretty basic airplane. It's a good beginner airplane. So it'd be a good time for anybody if you were intimidated to join us when we were flying those big aircraft. This would be a good time to join. It's a much simpler flight tonight. Climbing through 5,500 for 8,000. So I'm going to jog way over to the left to get back on track for that pink line.
I think this resort thing is over here, maybe the one that you're talking about.
Well, there's a number of them. One of them is just called Skyline Queenstown, and that's a big resort with a restaurant, and that's the one that has the racetrack where we're just checking out. And then across the other side of the lake, there is a big, it's just called a resort. And yeah, like I said, this is a big touristy place around here for sure.
Cardrona Alpine Resort, but we're not in the Alps. Maybe it's just styled like a Alpine.
It probably is, exactly. That's a good ski lodge looking type design.
Yeah.
Mia Scully bringing that bird up here. Yeah, they did a great job on the mountains. Like I said, the textures around here are just fantastic. I've already noticed that people in New Zealand drive on the left side of the road instead of the right side. Why not?
Probably was the British territory.
Airport Stream says the weather looks far more calmer than it actually is in Queenstown right now. That I do not doubt. I do not doubt that at all. I am using the preset weather configuration called Few Clouds. There's actually a lot of clouds, but it looks nice. That's why I use it all the time. And you don't get any crazy wind patterns or nothing like that. It's nice for when I'm streaming, so you don't have any surprises when real world weather comes along.
Queenstown
Oh, you know what?
weather
Get this, Travis. Airport Stream says they're actually called the Southern Alps. Huh. It's New Zealand's major fault line. So there you go. It is the Alps.
Airport.
Not the Alps, but a different Alps.
Yeah. The
Okay,
Queenstown airport's reporting good weather.
I'm leveling out at 8,000. Airport says it's not that bad, huh?
Yeah, 37 minutes ago for like real world weather too.
Right. Well, one reason I don't use
adjusted.
I don't fly in real world weather on streams very much, just because one, it's unpredictable and you don't know what's going on. But the weather's either like completely beautiful blue skies with not a cloud in the sky, or it's gray and overcast. That's usually the two different types of weather you get. Okay, I'm turning to get on course for back on course of that pink line. Little airport information for our next stop at November Zulu Tango Lima. That is Tekapo Aerodrome. Aerodromes are always pretty nice. When we get there, let's count on runway 11. That's simple enough. It's not very big. I'll warn you right now, this is a pretty small runway. We've got 2,600 feet. Yikes. We should be just fine if we come in nice and slow and we know what we're doing, but that's not a huge runway. Bear that in mind. 2,600 feet of asphalt. We got an elevation of 2,400 feet going on. I always think it's interesting when the airport is at an elevation that is almost as big as the runway itself. So count on that. We're going to be doing runway 11 when we get to Tekapo Aerodrome. Fully established on the flight path, and we're inbound. Yes, says Tekapo has no commercial flights. I think most of them, most aerodromes are kind of personal, private airports. Most aerodromes I've seen, I don't know if they're all like that, but most of them are like, it's a community of aviators that all kind of live in that area, and they share the airport. They share in the cost and the maintenance and the upkeep of it, and it's their little community's private airport. I think that's how that usually works with an aerodrome.
Surprisingly, I'm unfamiliar with the logistics of that. Zero knowledge.
Yep, I've seen a couple of nice ones too, to where it's there's basically the runway is lined with houses, and that's the people who live there, and they have a garage for their car and they have a garage for their airplane.
Yep, that's living the dream right there.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
There's the think it's the biggest in the world, but if it's not, a really big community just north of me in Daytona. And they got like, I don't know, it might be 1,000 houses connected to this airport.
I imagine you got to be doing pretty good to live in an aerodrome. Good enough to own your own
Yeah.
airplane.
Yeah, if you
Airport
want to be in a
Stream says,
like-minded community.
that Tekapo used to have a daily flight in and out of there, but not anymore.
You just gotta tolerate the noise.
Well, sure. I suppose if you're into it. You know, I would imagine a lot of
Yeah.
these people, that's not their main home. It might be a little, spend some time there, in the season. But maybe a vacation home or whatnot. Because, like you said, yeah, who wants to basically live at an airport? If you're rich enough to live anywhere you want.
Well, these aviation nutheads
I think it'd be cool, but
like
yeah,
us.
what do I know?
Yeah, that sounds
It
kind of
does
like
sound
a
pretty
dream.
cool. I still think the coolest thing that could ever happen would be to own a C-130 and convert the inside of it into an apartment. And then even like when the back of it, when the back of it comes down, you could drive your car in and out of there like a garage. And then you got an apartment that you could just fly around all over the place. Try to meet yourself a nice young lady that has a pilot's license. She could be your co-pilot.
Little nightclub for your friends.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Now you're thinking. As long as we're dreaming, you got to put a nightclub in there.
Right?
Get him some helmets, and it could be a 0G nightclub.
Oh yeah, do some parabolic arches there. Hey Bob, brought that airplane right up here. You looking sharp, buddy. I like that blue with the white paint job you got going on.
Oh yeah.
We are still 63 miles out. It would be nice if this, well, it's hard to do on a naturally aspirated engine, but to have an auto throttle, that would be nice. Because I got to keep checking back to make sure I'm not going too fast or too slow.
Yeah, that's true. A lot of these piston twins don't have auto throttles.
Airport Stream says he's only 2 kilometers away from Christchurch. All right. He's right on the flight path, and he gets to watch the A380s daily. Nice. That stuff is awesome if you're into it. I know a lot of people don't want the noise and the smell, but I love the smell of aviation gas
In the morning?
in the morning. When it's blasting out of my apartment, because my apartment is the C-130.
Yeah, you'll definitely get it there.
I miss those days too.
Well, I would imagine, anybody who was in the military like you were, Bob, that if you ever go to like an air show or something or an airport and you catch that whiff of the avgas, and it's just like, wow, nostalgic. Not even sure they use pure avgas anymore. They might have something else they do nowadays.
For the C-130, they use Jet A fuel, which is the same thing as the JP, whatever.
4. We use JP4. Yeah.
Yeah,
What uses JP6?
It's 2 better.
Not sure, Coast Guard.
I thought they something like some of the more high speed guys use that.
Oh, the high performance ones. Because I know the
I'm
four, that
curious
to
to
me
know.
that smells pretty much like kerosene. It really smells very high kerosene content.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it is refined kerosene, same thing as the rocket propellant, RP1.
Remember
It's
the
all very similar to diesel.
remember those little Cox airplanes we used to fly around? They were on the end of a string, but they had an actual kerosene motor in there. Not really kerosene, but kind of the same thing. It had a particular smell to it.
Yep, I had one.
Acetone.
It smells a lot like that, but it smells different when it's burning.
JP8 is equivalent to A1.
Oh, GP8. It's already up to an 8.
Yeah, so 4 used to be the primary fuel, was phased out in the 90s because of safety problems. Okay.
Does the J stand for jets? Like they only use that in jets and not turboprops? I mean, I suppose a
I
turboprop is kind of
believe
close
so,
to a
yeah.
jet
Well,
anyway.
so turboprops are a jet turbine
Yeah, I guess
inside,
it's
so it's
kind
the
of the
same.
same difference, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just got a reduction gearbox for the props.
It's equivalent of Jet B with the addition of corrosion inhibitor and anti-icing additives. This is for the JP4.
Uh-huh.
That's
Sounds
cool.
expensive.
Well, I've been out for a long time, so I'm sure a lot of things have changed.
So the Jet JP8 is Jet A1 with addition of corrosion inhibitor and anti-icing additives. And that's all it says for that.
Well, that's interesting. Thanks for the info.
Yeah. JP5 is a high flashpoint kerosene. That's probably more of what Costa's looking for. And that's from Shell, Shell's website.
Right from the source.
If it's wrong, yell at them.
Sounds right to me. I know I said I think we're coming in on runway 11 when we get there. How about we switch it over to the other one? We'll do the reciprocal. Let's do runway 29 instead. Just because that'll make for a more straight out departure when we leave. Yeah.
Okay,
So
29
count on
is it.
that. Count on that. We're switching it up. When we get to Tekapo, get to the Aerodrome, we're going to be landing runway 29er. 29er. Same difference, 2,600 feet. It's not a big one, but it's plenty for us. Just don't be coming in too crazy. Make sure you're aware of your surroundings. We still got a long ways to go before we need to drop her down.
So we have to bear in mind of the mountains.
Dude, I love it. Keep them coming. I thought a lot of us would probably be in this flame paint job, but I guess I'm the only one gaudy enough to go ahead and do it. I mean, this is the airplane somebody would pick if they were a teenager. The flames on the side and shit.
I picked the Kenmore one. I kind of figured somebody would do the flame one, so I
Right. The Kenmore
Right in the
one
middle.
is kind of a yellowish brown, sort of.
yeah.
Yeah, looks like an old washing machine.
I used to fly that one because my
Yeah.
real name is Ken.
I knew
You
you'd
get
be in
more.
the black one with the flames, though, Laser. You always fly that one.
I do. I like the flames on this. Well, the flames make it go like 4% quicker.
You get a little bit more Ken with this airplane.
See? The jokes keep coming.
Those are just
Hey, don't
Barbies.
get better.
Those are just Barbies.
What was that question?
Barbie Moore or Ken Moore?
Yeah, what was that question?
The answer to if you hear me is no.
No. Oh, yeah. Actually, I could hear him earlier, but he was cussing up a storm, and I didn't want that on the stream. So I muted him on the stream. You guys can probably still hear him, but I can't hear him anymore. Not that I have that big a problem, but I don't need to get demonetized. That ain't fun. These streams make very little money as it is, and I'd like to have that $1.20.
Right.
Yeah, it's all good.
We are.
We live
40
and
out.
learn. We live and learn.
Well, I
We're
did
happy
get
to
the
help you
impression.
if you
I did get the impression
have
that
some
when
issues.
they were talking, they didn't realize the rest of us could hear them. So I didn't think it was malicious. I don't know. When we get on the ground, I might increase the sound of my engines. I wish you could hear something. These are just like perfectly quiet. Too quiet.
Yeah. I've got
Yeah,
everything
it's-
set at 100, and that sounds normal.
Yeah, for
kind
when
of,
we're flying the Hercules, I'd turn my sound way down to like 30% or 20% because it's so damn loud you can't hear people talk.
it's fall over here. It's almost winter time.
Yeah, that is true, isn't it?
Notice there's
Yeah.
no
And not
snow in the
only is it,
mountains.
not only are they in the opposite seasons we are, but New Zealand is quite far to the south. It's very, very south.
Yeah, it just actually a few days ago, somewhere around there, it just snowed in the Alps. Probably for the last time of the season, but early
Yeah, it
year
just
or
snowed.
until
It
winter
just
comes.
snowed here for the last time too.
Yeah, I was saying earlier we finally hit 60 degrees and it's beautiful. I love that. Get rid of that 40-degree nonsense. All right, we can begin descending at any time, but we're still about 30-something miles out. We don't need to quite yet. But probably in another 20 miles. When we're under 20 miles, I'm going to jog to the right a little bit so we can get that runway 29er.
I'm in Colorado, and the weather could never make up its mind as to what it wants to do.
Yeah, mountains will do that.
Didn't you say you're near Colorado Springs?
Right. Pretty much just a few miles from the municipal airport.
Oh, right on. I was born in Colorado Springs.
Yeah, I'm in Security Widefield area.
Yeah. Well, I had a small one-room apartment for about 9 months before I was evicted. It's a pregnancy
Uh-oh.
joke.
Oh.
You're kidding, aren't you?
I wouldn't kid about that. After
I
9 months,
accepted that one
after
later.
9 months, the landlady was like, "Get out."
What year?
I was born in '67.
All right.
Oh, good, good. Fine says that he fixes autopilot, and he had the wrong flight plan in. Autopilot's fixed. Good deal.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. We're on
Laser,
our
you
way.
were born the year I graduated from college.
You graduated in college the year I was
Damn.
born, and I'm old. Nice.
The things you have seen.
Yeah. Well,
They
you know,
call
back
it-
then in
call
that
him a
day,
senior.
people weren't recording everything in sight. You know what I mean? So just imagine all the cool shit that never got on film. You know, the funny stuff that happened that nobody caught on film, and the unbelievable stuff where you try to tell somebody, you won't believe what happened, and they don't believe you. It's like nowadays, almost everything's on film.
Just how much America has changed from the 50s until now. It just seen it all.
Yeah. Oh, just the entire world has revolutionized since then.
I've seen it all, frankly, and some of it I'm not too happy with.
Well,
Right?
Sure.
And I'm a retired software engineer too, so I've been around in tech all that time.
You've seen every computer since the first one to the latest one.
Yep,
How
pretty
nice
much.
is it? How nice it is though now to see Moore's law actually mean something. I mean, look what we're doing.
Yeah.
We're live streaming flight simulators in damn near 4K in real time, and we're talking to each other. And man,
Yeah, it is pretty amazing. I remember back in the FSX days, I was blown away that we could fly together. I was like, "What do you mean we can fly together?" It's like, "Yeah, you can have like 100 airplanes all flying together." And like, what? That just blew my mind. And that was 15 years ago, you know.
and
And
back when that
yeah,
gentleman started with computers, they were using punch cards.
yeah. Well, I remember punch cards. Luckily, I never had to deal
Anybody,
with them.
anybody
Well,
want some? I still have some.
You got a whole bunch of them.
No,
You got any
thank you.
programs on there?
No.
No programs. I have a whole bunch of. I used them for the kids as their flashcards when they were growing up.
Oh, nice. That's why your kids are all into computers too, huh? They're all in the IT.
Yeah, my daughter's overseas now, consulting with another country.
Well, right on.
Didn't she work on the Wilbur and Orbital's avionics?
No, I did.
Ah,
Back in Coast Day, they were weaving programs together by hand, not typing.
Nice.
Yeah, that's what they did for the Apollo mission. Anyways.
Yeah, I saw something about that. It was pretty impressive.
I'm still chairman of our local IT advisory committee for my town here. So
Oh, really?
I still keep up with. Yeah, I still do that. Town's just under 200,000 people. It's a good size.
Yeah, I checked the football schedule, Coast. My Lions get to play your Buffalo Bills. Week two, we play the Bills. By
Where?
the way, congratulations on beating Boston. That was awesome. I think 90%
Yeah,
of
we're now.
90% of America like that, unless you live in
Yeah,
Boston.
we just got beat by the Montreal Canadiens, and now it's 3-2 for the Canadians.
Oh boy. Well, it's still tight race. Just bringing it down to the end is all you're doing. Let's see here. We're getting relatively close. We're still 21 miles out, but at this time I will begin dropping her down. Let's see. What do we say we had for elevation around here? We got 2,400 feet of elevation, so I'm going to bring her down to, I don't know, 5,000 should do it. Dropping her down 5,000. You can see that little lake in the distance. That is going to be our airport, is right at the edge of that. Just beautiful up here. I love this. I could really see driving my RV around here and just digging it. Just finding a place to pull off and just camp for a day or two and then drive on. This is absolutely stunning. That beautiful blue water.
Hard part is driving to get there.
Sure. Well, I could never. I'd have to fly my C-130 here with my car in the back.
There you go. Yeah,
Laser, do you have the
Western-
camp out utility
The camp out utility. Is that what you
for a
said?
Microsoft Flight Simulator? Yes, sir.
Oh, no, I don't, but I have seen it, and it's pretty cool. I just like everything about it. I forget who had that. Is that you, Bob? Bob's got that. Where you can,
Yeah.
yeah, he showed us, he live streamed that for a minute, and it was pretty impressive. It's just fun,
I
you know.
love
It's just for looks, but it's pretty cool.
That group, Parallel 42, also released fishing. You can get fishing now from Microsoft Flight Simulator, so
Really?
I'm going to pick that up.
Does
sometime
it
soon.
actually let you quote unquote fish?
Oh, yeah.
Well, how
Yeah,
cool is
and
that?
fish from all over the world, and
I
they
would
put
love
a
that.
lot into it.
So like you could fly a goose somewhere and land in the water and then just sit there for an hour and fish.
Yes, sir, and you throw down your camp out utility stuff and
I'm in.
have
I'm
some
in.
good
That
old role
sounds cool.
playing.
Well, I'm descending through 6,400 for 5,000.
I think it'd be great if Microsoft brought back Microsoft Golf and tied that into the simulator, so we could group together and then use Unicom and get a game going at a nearby course.
Oh, I could play a good game of computer golf all day.
They had a train simulator that I had way back in the day. It'd be cool if they tied that into it too.
Microsoft used to have a train simulator.
Oh yeah, that's
Wow.
probably like back in 2000.
Yeah, they were big into sims for a while. Any kind of sim they could come up with.
Yeah,
I'm
they
gonna
need
go,
to bring them all back and link them all together.
I'm going to turn right to a heading of 037.
It was actually really good, but if you look at it now, you're gonna think it's a hot pile of garbage.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
But back then, it was the
it
greatest
was
thing
good.
ever.
You know what I've noticed? Even if you look back at FSX, of course it looks terrible compared to what we got nowadays, but the airplanes themselves look pretty good. Even in FSX, the airplanes were high definition. You know, high definition from back then. You know, maybe 1080p if you were lucky. Maybe. But the airplanes still look pretty good. But the ground and everything around the world, the environment, just it's dog. It's so bad. So bad.
Yeah.
They didn't have data. They filled everything in with a grid for the elevation grid, and then everything was interpolated.
Yeah, it wasn't
Repeating
very
textures.
good. But it was best we had. That was I remember when that first came out, we were mind blown. We are like, oh my God,
Oh, absolutely.
this looks just like the real thing. Now look what we got. This is incredible.
The
Yes, sir.
developers that worked under Orbix really did a lot of legwork of bringing the world into the next generation with their add-ons, but you'd have to pay an arm and a leg to get a lot of it.
They've been
Gentlemen,
the
we're
leaders
only about 8 miles
forever.
out, so just be on notice. The airport is right up ahead, right on the shoreline of this here lake. Coming in runway 29er. Should be there in about a minute. Quick reminder for everybody, we're going to take a 10-minute break. Grab a drink and grab a snack. I really definitely need to reboot my cocktail. I'm ready for that. And yeah, grab the game if you want to. We'd love to see you join us. It's pretty easy to do. If you don't feel like affording the game, and it's not cheap nowadays, you can just sign up for a month of Game Pass. Microsoft Game Pass. You can play it for free. That's a good way to see if it's something you enjoy doing, and if it's not, you don't have much invested. I should see that airport by now, but I do not. Well, it's a good time to start slowing down, because when I see it, it's going to be time to turn.
Looks like it's right in front of that little hill there by the waterway.
I think you're right. And it's
Yep.
roughly, it's kind of the same color as everything around it, so it doesn't stick out.
It is. Yeah.
Because, yeah, I can see that it's just to the left of the river, just by the pointy part of that, so it's going to be over here somewhere. Wingnut, I'll follow you in.
Alrighty, I'm headed to it now.
Oh, when we take off out of here, there's some cool stuff to see. The Mount John Observatory, that's pretty dope. We're definitely going to be checking that out.
Wow.
Oddly enough, I still don't see it. I should. Maybe I'm just looking in the wrong place. Oh, I see it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Got it, got it, got it, got it. Go gear down. Whew, at the last second, too. I'm going to slow this bird. I'm going
Short
super
runway.
fast. It's a very short runway, and I'm screaming right now.
I just did get stopped at the end.
Ooh, I don't know if I'm going to make it. I'm going to hit a tree. I freaking crashed. I came in at like 160 knots. I was going way too damn fast. Oh well. Luckily nobody saw that.
There's some cool aircraft hangars here with their tools and maintenance stands.
Yeah, this is a bespoke airport. They went over this and made it look real nice. Geez, I crashed so hard I don't even know where the runway is.
Yeah, it's hard to see.
Yeah, by the time I seen it, I was right on it. It was too late. I was going far too fast. Oh, sorry. I just went and put my airplane right in the middle of Kineas's landing. Sorry about that. Looks like you actually had a pretty good landing, too.
Thanks. So.
Well, let's go over here and park up near where all the cool stuff is to be found that they modeled. And we'll take a 10-minute break. We'll call this 38 past the hour. At 48 past the hour, we're going to be back up in the sky. So take 10 minutes. Redo your cocktail, grab a snack, and we'll be out of here.
Yeah, take a look inside that hangar there as you go by. It's
Yeah,
pretty neat
detailed.
inside.
Very.
I love it when they go over these airports and make them look real nice. We will be taking off from runway 29er, so I'll bear that in mind. Before we leave, we're going to taxi back to the beginning of 29er. I will be right back. I'm going to go grab a drink. I'll be right back. I spilled my last drink on that last crash. I kid. For this next airport we're heading to, the last one of the evening, we're going to have to climb a little bit higher. We have many mountains to go over. So we've got kind of the same thing. Let's see, once we take off out of the airport here, we have this entire lake that we're going to be flying down, and that will give us a chance to climb up to 9,000. We have some pretty tall stuff to go over. Yeah, pretty neat looking place. This is that aerodrome. I really like how we can see each other's name on the side of our aircrafts. Pretty cool. That's relatively new. You couldn't do that before.
Makes us all less plain.
Nice. I like that one. That's good.
Boy, I'm tired chasing you guys.
Well, it looks like you made it. Did you ever figure out what was up with your flight plan? You had the wrong one in there and you're good now?
I don't know where it came from. I loaded the one down, the proper one. I reloaded it, and the second time I reloaded it, it was right. I don't quite understand that.
Yeah, it gets weird sometimes. The game just does weird stuff.
Same flight plan originally put in. The second time it was a different data.
You got to remember too, sometimes it acts weird when you push it out to the avionics and push it out to the ATC. Sometimes it does strange stuff. Anyway, we're going to be taking off in about 3 minutes. I'm going to taxi back to the beginning of 29er, and we'll wait there. Going over giant boulders.
You should have cruised by the hangar there, Laser. You missed it.
Now, you know what? I'm going to send my drone over there right now. Just check it out.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. Yeah.
Got a Vision jet parked right in front. Oh, they got everything going on here, don't they? Look at that.
I see looks like a Navy prop job sitting there, red and white.
Right in
Navy
front
airplane.
of it. Yeah, I got a little Vision jet. Fits. I don't know how much fun it'd be to get this Vision jet in and out of here. Kind of small. Oh, I got a big shiny...
Yeah, you would die.
Yeah, I don't think it'd work. Got a big shiny something over here. Chrome colored twin engine. Actually, looks a little bit like a Baron. Except it's a tail dragger.
You might get away with it flying it nearly empty, but you'd have
It's
to
a
bet your
C8
life on it.
That's probably a C-18.
Yeah, it might be.
Well, that's cool. I don't see that when sitting there, but I
pretty
see
neat
it on
looking.
your stream there. It looks cool.
Yeah, it's very nice looking. Shiny. It's got that split tail kind of looking thing. Like the old
Yeah.
Warbirds a lot of times had that.
Yeah, it's a C-18. Or what
Awesome.
they call a B-40, B something or other. It was a light bomber in World War II.
Pretty cool. Alrighty. Back taxiing to 29er. Yeah, I can't believe I came in so damn fast. I thought the airport was still like 5 miles away, and then I saw it, and I'm like, oh, that building might be 5 miles away, but the runway is not.
Yeah, it come up pretty quick. I was lucky to catch it.
Yeah, by the time I got lined up, like I said, I was going. I mean, by the time I got down, I was still going 130, 140, like way, way too fast.
I programmed a visual approach into the avionics, and it worked out pretty well.
It was pretty good. Well, look at you knowing what you're doing.
Sort of. I haven't really messed with that too much, but boy, all these rocks on the side of the runway has got to be pretty dangerous if you ever get close to sliding off.
Oh, yeah, half of these would flip you right over.
I'll lose some landing gear. Looks like we not found a
Dang.
tree.
Dang trees! I get a hold of your wingtip and they just turn you right around, don't they?
Like a
Oh,
dancing partner.
I
if you
noticed
want- if you need
Airport Streams. Airport Streams over here says in the thing that's it's a DS3 Spirit of Douglas. That airplane back there. Captured it in Christchurch a month or so. Neat. Says it's modeled off the real aircraft here. So that's cool. That's an actual permanent airplane that's just parked here at all times. I love that. It looks nice. All right, like I said, guys and girls, be prepared. We're going to be climbing up to 9,000 feet. 9,000 feet. We're going to try to maintain our regular 240 at 9,000. When we lift off out of here, turn right to a heading of 358. Heading 358 will get us to our final destination of Westport. It's weird. 358 is almost straight north, but on the map it doesn't look like straight north. Very bizarre. Well, that'll get us there. Hopefully everybody's ready to go. We're fell a minute or two behind schedule, but let's get these birds back up in the air. Lazerbolt is spooling up and rolling. It feels weird on this airplane where it barely budges until the throttle's almost all the way up. Doesn't even move. And then all of a sudden it really starts moving.
See what you mean by the wake turbulence thing.
That just kind of it got you a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me it was causing, when they first introduced it, it was causing horrible frame issues. So I kind of stopped using it. I know it's
Yeah.
fixed now, but
It's
I'm
not really
using
great
it.
for group lights, though.
No, not at all. All right, use this length of the lake we got going on here. Use that to climb as quickly as possible. Like I said, we're already at 3,000 feet, but we need to be up over 9,000. So climb to 9,000. It gets pretty mountainous after that. Oh, you know what? I forgot all about it. See this little mountain hill over here? We've got to check this out. We're going to turn to the right, and we're going to check out the Mount John Observatory. We flew here a couple years ago, and I made a neat little video about it. Pretty cool looking place. Yeah, Mount John Observatory going on right here.
I think their lenses are so big they're never gonna see us flying over.
Hopefully we don't interfere with nothing. That one, the big dome-looking thing, looks just like a golf ball on a tee. But yeah, look at that, pretty neat.
It's really hard to see, but they're sending us microwaves.
Well, I can use all the microwaves I can get, I suppose. I'm not in that Hercules. The Dirty 30 has a microwave of its own. And a radar.
Oh, you could send some back.
Now you can tell everybody
Oh.
you've seen Mount John Observatory. And it was cool. Moving on.
I don't remember where it was from, but there was a observatory that they're getting this weird erroneous signal from, and what was happening was somebody was microwaving in the nearby or in the observatory.
Is that
Either
what did it?
The building or the next door building, and they finally figured out that it was happening when somebody was using the microwave. It was interfering with some of the signals anyways that they're getting. Or they're just noticing some weird, strange issues.
That reminds me of how they discovered microwaves in the first place, where apparently one of the technicians was working on a radar dish, and he had a candy bar in his pocket, and he noticed that the candy bar melted. He couldn't figure out what's going on there. Why'd my candy bar melt? And then they checked into it a little more and realized, oh, the radio waves coming off of this thing will cook anything, so don't stand in front of it.
Why does my lake smell so tasty?
Yeah, what's that? Smells like a steak.
A mistake.
Nice. That was good. Alrighty, 5,200 climbing to 9,000, and we are on the last leg, gentlemen. Yeah, I can see where this would be a great place to film a fantasy movie, like Lord of the Rings. You just look around. It's
Yeah,
awesome.
perfect. He really hit it out of the park with that.
Oh yeah, especially that the Lord of the Rings trilogy is great. The
Oh,
Hobbit
yeah, all
trilogy
the
kind of
stuff.
grew on me as time went by. I still don't like the last one. That's terrible. But yeah, it definitely grew on me.
I think the Hobbit stuff, it was better than not having, but yeah, there was some
Yeah, yeah. same.
interesting things. There's some things that really connected coolly, and
Well, they don't look
Yeah,
as good. They're
I think the
not
last
written
one
as
was
good.
probably-
The story's not as good.
Yeah.
You know, the story of The Hobbit really doesn't lend itself to a 3-movie extravaganza.
yeah.
And I can handle the first two. Actually, the second one I like a lot. The one that has a bunch of smog in there and stuff. That's cool. I mean, all that they did a great job with that. But that third movie, I just can't. I just can't. The 5 armies or whatever. Ugh, oh my god. It's like that one orc dude died like 8 times. It's just like, just die already, man. Golly. I mean, yes, we all
Yeah.
get that movie trope. We've all seen it a million times. You think he's dead, but he sits up again. Ugh. Cut it off after 3 times. Don't do it 8 times.
I think they're
After-
working on, if not wrapping up on the hunt for Smeagol,
Yeah.
and they're gonna go.
I've been hearing about that for a while now, and yeah, I'm interested.
Yeah.
I've been enjoying those. What is it? The Rings of Power. They got. I think it's
Rings of
Amazon
Power,
has that.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
The first
It'll
season,
be interesting to.
I didn't quite get into
Go
the
ahead,
first
sorry.
season as much, but the second season was so good, I went back and watched it all. And yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
Pretty good stuff.
I'm wondering if he's gonna attempt to do Silmarillion.
Ugh, you know, that's kind of what they're doing now with the Rings of Power.
Rings of Power.
I mean, the
right?
Silmarillion is basically just like it's a encyclopedia. It's not a storybook. It's like a history book. It doesn't, you know what I mean? It doesn't flow like a story. It's more of
Not at all,
a
yeah.
encyclopedia. So that being said, there's 1,000 stories you can tell from the information that's in there, but it's not one cohesive story all on its own.
Right. That's why people have said, I don't think they're ever going to be able to make it, but I think they can. I really do.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they can certainly take parts of it out, I mean, like I said, I'm pretty sure that's where they got a lot of their information from, the Rings of Power. They got that from the Silmarillion, which kind of tells the history of everything. And yeah, there's far more stories in the Silmarillion than just the story of Galadriel. Or, sorry, Galadriel, the way they roll their R's.
Very trillion.
Sorry?
Called trilling your R's.
Trilling the R's. Okay.
Throw you for a trill.
Yeah, I'm on board. Being German, I'm used to trilling my R's a lot. Of course, Germans get a lot of that grrth sound when they do their R's.
What do they
That's-
call
that's
that
not
beneath
easy to
us?
do.
Is like a floodplain?
Pardon me?
The terrain underneath us. They call this floodplain. You see how it looks like dried up riverbed.
Right. Yeah, it looks like probably in the right time of year, most of this is all flooded or something. Where all the water from all the mountains all around kind of comes down. Yeah, that does. I see what you're talking about. It looks like a dried up riverbed. It almost looks like a glacier, but I don't think it is.
The glacial melt. Wild.
Yeah, pretty wild. Alrighty, I'm holding 9,000, and it looks like I'm barely going to make it. But barely making it is making it. Holding 140. Yeah, this is the longest leg of the evening, so we'll try to get a good ground speed happening here, and we'll be alright. What is my ground speed? We got 163 knot ground speed. That's not too bad.
I think you're right, though. I think it's called a floodplain. And right above it is an airplane.
Yeah, Airport Stream says you will get the melt from the Franz Josef down those beds. Franz Josef must be this line of mountains going along here. All these snow-capped mountains, that snow's got to go somewhere eventually.
Sure, it's probably not the same Franz Josef, but Franz Josef was the gentleman that created the first Star Trek technical manual in
Oh, really?
1975. Yeah.
You know
I
what?
think there's
I
a
know I
religious figure, too.
probably have that. I know I've seen it. I probably have it. Gosh, of course
That's
it looks
the
like we're
technical
going right
manual
over
ever.
right over one of the tallest parts of this entire area. I hope I make it. It's going to be close. Yeah, I was into Star Trek even back before that stuff was cool, man.
Gear.
Oh, you're kind of breaking up, Coast.
My landing gear will not raise up.
They won't.
Nope.
Are you going too fast? That could happen. If you're going too fast, they refuse to cooperate.
120.
That shouldn't be too fast.
Might have something to
think
do
it-
with smashing into the building back there.
Huh?
Yeah, probably that.
It
Yeah,
might.
I think I hurt my aircraft.
Yeah, that might happen. Well, if you can maintain somewhere near 140, we'll be just fine. I see everybody's kind of falling back a little bit. Am I going too fast?
Well, I'm still climbing, that's why.
Right on.
For me, anyway.
Yeah, you're lucky in a climb. You're lucky to be able to maintain, right around 110, 120 if you're lucky. Next week, we're going to continue our flight around beautiful New Zealand here. we'll be hitting the North Island up in here. North Island's got some cool stuff, including Hobbiton.
Hobbit. I was trying to get that one out. Not very well.
Apparently these are the highest ranges in New Zealand right here. Mount Cook over
Gorgeous.
to our left. There's a bunch of peaks.
Ranges and Cook. I see what you did there.
Well, I wonder if it's, I don't know, something to do with that same Cook guy that discovered Australia. Or he didn't discover Australia, but he's got places in Australia named after him.
This will make a fine penal colony.
Airport Stream says, ha ha ha, nothing nice about the North Island. All right, sounds like a little bit of north there. A little bit of, I don't know, local, I don't know, a little local flavor going on with you. Make fun of the North Island. Well, I know there's hobbits there, and that's cool. And these mountains are really something. Jeez, oh, Pete's. You wouldn't want to crash anywhere around here. They would never find you.
So in the Lord of the Rings, I don't remember which one it was, the second one where they lit the fires on the tops of the mountains.
Right,
to
wasn't that
inform
cool?
Everybody that's what this area is reminding me of.
That they might have got a lot of their footage from here.
I think it was Pippin or somebody had to climb up there and get that thing
Yeah.
lit. Or
And of course, they didn't
yeah.
want him to. They were like, no, don't do it. But freaking Gandalf told him to or something. And he did it anyway. Yeah, their early warning system, basically, they light the fires off, and then the next guy lights a fire. Very cool scene.
And then you run away and hide so they don't find you. Because they know where you're lighting the fire at.
Well, they probably knew immediately who did it. The guy that was asking about it.
Coming on your right wing, Travis. Hand me a cup of coffee if you got one.
I'm out. I'm not a coffee
Great
drinker.
coupon.
Oh, but my flaps are out. That's not helpful.
That's probably why I'm passing you.
Thought I was a bird and I could flatten my way there.
That's not the way birds fly. Captain Hopper says, no, that's a hobo and a rabbit. But they're making a hobbit. Excellent. a great Futurama joke. A hobo and a rabbit making a hobbit. That's fantastic.
I was wondering why they got the shape they did. And they have such big feet that are hairy. It makes sense.
Oh my
They
god,
like
I
to
don't know if
travel?
I want to keep imagining this.
Don't want to jump to that one.
Yeah, I do like some good Futurama. That's the show that has Bender in it. It's a great, great show. One of the best cartoons ever. And I hate to call it a cartoon just because it's so much more than that.
I wish they'd go back to making things like heavy metal.
Oh, that was great, wasn't it? You know, I think they
Excellent
had so many
music.
problems with... They had so many licensing issues with that I don't know if they want to go through
Right.
that headache again. Of course, back then, when that movie was made, they didn't have a whole lot of... they didn't use actual licensed music that much in movies. And that was kind of the big deal. And, yeah,
Yeah.
the legalities of it were kind of up in the air, and it took them a while to sort everything out. Nowadays, it's no big deal. They've got it all figured out. It's been done so many times. Did you ever see Heavy Metal 2? That was okay. Wasn't as good as the first one, but it was okay.
I did, but yeah, the guys that made Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles came in and took over. And to start, instead of doing an anthology of stories, they ran with just that one storyline,
Yeah.
showcasing his girlfriend, and yeah,
That,
it was all right.
isn't that the weird thing about
I
like
wanted,
the globe or
I
something?
wanted all the various animation styles. I wanted
Hmm.
to see different types of animation.
Right. That was one of the best parts of the first one, especially like the one that was made by Mobius and all that. It was great. And I
Oh,
think
with yeah, with
the
Debo,
music was better in the
yeah.
first one. Right on, catching up to Scully up here.
Cool looking mountains.
This is very cool. Yeah, tonight's flight is going to be slightly longer than they normally are, but we're having a good time. I got nowhere to go.
I would have thought the snow would have been more to the south. It's to the north instead.
Well, this entire place is pretty far south of the equator. It's cold around here. It's like being up in Alaska.
That's true.
And you got to remember, this is their winter.
Why won't it stay? Why won't it?
That's why I was thinking there'd be some snow in the south.
Are you still hoping 8,000 feet, sir?
There isn't.
9,000 should do it if that's what you're asking.
9.
Yeah,
I think what it
9.
is.
8 might get you there, but just barely, barely. All right, under 100 miles makes headway.
Why?
Yeah, once again, the weather gets a little bit nice, and the bar that I live above goes crazy. The natives get restless when the weather gets nice around here, and everybody gets out.
Where are you at?
I live in Michigan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, right on the west coast. We hit 60 degrees today, so it's like summertime. Kineas, are you using real weather?
I believe it's on.
Right. Just
I'll
wondering,
check.
because that's one thing that can definitely affect your barometer and by extension your altimeter.
Oh, I was at like 9.8.
Oh,
I
nine and
wanted to.
change. Right on.
Yeah, I was. So I wanted to make sure I came down to the right elevation. Yeah, I'm still at 8-9.
Yeah, the live barometer settings around 30.50-ish.
That is the problem then.
I say ish because there's not, at least on my stuff here, I don't have a lot of weather stations. There might be another way to access it. I guess I could get it from the ensign. Maybe.
Yeah, it's probably not the most important thing in the world, as long as it's keeping you above the mountains.
Yeah, that'd be close enough to that.
Anybody here ever play that game, Subnautica?
I have not, but I know they came out with the second one not too long ago, right?
They did. They came out with the second one just like Tuesday. And it's in early access, of course. Early access. But Subnautica is one of those games I just love. I say absolutely love. It's a great game. So, yeah. Jumped on that. Can't wait for it to be in full release. It's cool. And it's weird that I like that game so much because you all know I'm not a big fan of deep water. Like, I don't mind kayaking in the river and stuff like that, but you start getting in like the lake or the ocean and forget it. I would much rather jump out of an airplane than jump out of a boat. You know, if I was on the Titanic, I wouldn't even leave my cabin. I'd just go down to the ship. I'm not jumping in that water. No way. But it's weird that I like Subnautica so much. Well, I think it is. One of the reasons I like it so much is because it really creeps me out. Being underwater and doing all the scuba diving type stuff, it's spooky. But it's a very cool atmosphere, and it's a great game. Well made, super fun. So yeah, part 2 just came out, and I've been playing it. It's great. It's a different sort of game.
Oh.
No, sorry.
You stopped it earlier. I was playing Kingdom Come 2. That's a pretty fun game.
Oh, is that the game you've been playing? Kingdom Come 2?
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks pretty good too. The graphics on there are great, and it looks pretty vast.
I've been playing that a lot lately, and if you haven't played the first one, stop what you're doing and go play the first one.
Yeah.
It's that good, huh?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I should check that out. I've been watching Kineas play that on his streams, and it really looks pretty cool.
All based around real history too.
Yeah.
The wars that took place over there.
So I like that. That means that, I mean, even though it's like knights in shining armor type days, you don't have dragons and orcs and all that. It's actual realistic.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very cool.
It is. I was gonna bring it up next, actually. I don't have to anymore.
Oh, weird is that? Did that game just come out recently too? Is that why you started playing it, Kineas? Part 2?
No, it's because the price was right. I waited for a year. It's already been out for a year and several months.
All right.
But it was on sale, so the price was right.
Good time to grab it.
No,
Speaking of the price being right now they're doing Red Dead Redemption on Steam. Red Dead Redemption number 2 for $14.99.
That's a good game. If people don't have it, grab that game. It's good. The story is one of the best I've ever played. In any game ever, it's one of the best stories.
I use a third party key site sometimes, depending on what the prices are, and a website called loaded.com has the original one for like $5, the Kingdom Come.
Oh wow.
So I should check that out, huh? Is that on Steam?
Yeah, it's loaded.com, and you buy it from them, and they give you a Steam key. So you just punch in the Steam key, and it's like you bought
Well,
it
I
from
imagine
Steam.
since it is part 1, you can probably get it relatively cheap already on Steam. Guessing.
I think it's like $20 or something. I don't remember.
Yeah.
Just able to pull my wheels up for some reason.
All of a sudden they work now.
Nice.
Well,
Oh, I know. I slewed, and when I slewed, my wheels came up.
Oh,
Weird.
that's one way to do
Well,
it.
that's a really good thing.
Oh God. Jeez. Sometimes they hurt, buddy. I don't see them coming, and they hit me right in the face.
I know, you get tired.
Yeah. Oh, yep. See? Nice.
I'll put on the brakes.
My man has trouble turning it off, and I love that. They just come out. Yeah, okay. That was a couple good ones there.
Yeah. I'm winging it.
See? We are only 77 out, so we're getting there. We're going to be flying up along the coast here for too long. We're already out of the mountains. And so we're out of the dreaded Mordor region, and we're more down here. I don't know, this would be I don't know, where's all those horsemen live out?
More window.
Plenty of doors, we need more windows. This
Oh, we
looks
got
like the
11 of
place
them
that-
already.
What's the guy there that Keith Urban, his little group of guys, the Riders of
Carl?
Rohan.
Yep.
This looks like where they'd hang out.
I don't know how you can have 11 windows when you skip 9.
What? Okay,
Microsoft Windows?
I missed that. What? The worst part about a dumb joke is when you don't get it.
It's alright. It has a dumb joke.
Yeah,
If you do end up
absolutely.
picking up Kingdom Come, I would definitely recommend maybe watching a video on the combat system, because that is a potentially frustrating part
Right.
on
You know, chances are probably the reason I haven't played it already is because I usually go for a more casual kind of game. I mean, I like that kind of stuff, but it doesn't need to be too damn deep to keep my attention. You know, if it gets like, geez, you need flow charts and stuff like that just to figure out your combat system or your armor, and you know, there's a good balance to have. You know what I'm saying? I can see where some people like it more complicated and some people like it a little bit less. Okay? But that's one of
It's
the
not
reasons I like
deep and-
Subnautica is it's casual. It's not, like I said, it's
Yeah.
kind of spooky and weird, but it's not. You're not running around shooting stuff and you're not killing things. You know, things are trying to kill you. Definitely, things are trying to kill you. You're not running around hunting stuff. You know.
It's not too deep, and you can do it pretty simply and be successful. It's kind of can be really frustrating at first.
I've been watching
of course,
Kineas
the
play.
hard-
Been watching Kineas play part 2. How similar is it to part 1?
Oh, it's the same
Uh,
combat system.
Okay. Because yeah, I've been watching you play it, and it all looks pretty, simple
Yeah,
enough to
and you saw me
understand,
get killed a bunch
deep
of
enough
times
to get
today.
into, and easy enough to understand. Well, one of the games I've really been digging a lot, and I need to get back to it, is that Baldur's Gate, Part 3, I think it is, whatever, the one that came out a couple years ago.
Fantastic.
Oh, spectacular game, absolutely spectacular. And I'm a big D&D fan, and I love how that's
Me
100%
too.
D&D. It's not just like D&D; it is D&D. It's great. But that's another one that it's pretty complicated, and I haven't played it in probably 6 months. It might be difficult to get back into it and pick it up. I might have to spend a half hour to relearn the controls and how does spells work and what's this do again, and and just get right back into it because you got to kind of stay on top of everything. Great game.
Yeah,
So
5e
freaking
was
good.
a big change.
Is that Subnautica 2 supposed to be multiplayer when they release that, or is
It is. I don't know if
only?
it's multiplayer already, but I saw there's a bunch of options for it. I don't try it. I didn't try multiplayer, but there's even a way to where, and it's not multiplayer like GTA is multiplayer where there's just everybody's in the same world. It's more like you can invite 5 people so that you can have like a six player thing going on.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
wanting to gear towards, anyways.
Yeah. There's even an option I noticed that when you can start a single player campaign, and at any time you can convert that campaign into a multiplayer campaign. So that's handy.
Well, good deal. I like that.
You know whose name I saw? Somebody who
wonder-
was playing it. Haven't seen him in a while. Is Razor. I saw Razor. Razor jumped on it first day, and he's been putting big hours into it. I never realized he was a Subnautica fan, but I'm guessing anybody who's that into it played the first Subnautica, and I was super impressed with
Yeah.
that. So yeah, whatever happened to Razor? Do you see him anymore? Doesn't he kind of live in Florida, or talk to him, or what's up with him? He's a nice guy. I like him.
He's kind of in South Georgia.
Okay. Yeah, he used to fly with us all the time, and yeah, nice guy. Big into jets. He was big into the Blue Angels and stuff.
Yep, he still is.
Very cool. I wouldn't mind seeing him drop in just to say hi one time, or even fly with us again.
He did drop in to one of your group flights a while ago. I mean,
It was a bit
more
ago.
than a few months ago.
Yeah, I was. Yeah,
But,
close to a year, I bet. It was a while ago.
okay, has it been that long? But yeah, yeah, I don't really keep in touch with him. Not for any specific reason, just
Well, it's like it's easier for him to kind of come and touch base with us. You know what I mean?
yeah. I've talked to him about some things here and there, like camping at Sun and Fun. I know that he's camped there once. Talked to us about it.
Yeah, he was
And,
always a nice
he
guy.
gave
I
me
liked
some
him.
good advice.
Anyway, we're friends on Steam, so I see him on there all the time. Maybe one of these days he'll send me an invite to his Subnautica 2 server. We're getting relatively close. We're within 60 miles. Should probably look up some info here. We're going to need info. When we get to Westport, we're looking at November Zulu Whiskey Sierra. What are we coming in runway 4? It's a decent runway. It's a 4,200 footer. That's pretty nice compared to that last one. And an elevation of 13 feet. That's also nice. So yeah, we're coming in on runway 4. Guys and girls, count on that. Runway 04. The runway is at a course heading of 33 degrees magnetic. It's off by a little bit, but not too much. Count on 4. Got a ways to go before we need to descend. Like I said, we're still 55 out. And it is indeed quite a port. Look at that. Might even be some cool stuff to see there too. This is the only airport that we've been to tonight that is not a bespoke airport with the gold star on it. But it's still pretty nice, I bet you. So, what is this over here to our left? Is that the Atlantic Ocean that goes way down here, or is this something else? The Tasmanian Sea?
No.
Or, right?
We're
What
in
is
the
this?
Pacific.
This ain't the Pacific. This the Pacific?
I don't want to be too Pacific, but I'm pacifically so certain that this is the Pacific.
Gosh, you know, I guess you're right. It is. Okay, we are just underneath Japan and stuff. What am I thinking? Of course
Actually,
it's the Pacific.
sorry, technically it's the Tasman Sea, but it is
Tasmania.
connected
Well, see,
to the.
Yeah, that's what I was asking. I
Pacific.
knew the Tasman Sea had to be around here, but Tasmania is quite a bit to the south of us now.
Yeah, I guess it's technically Tasman Sea. Sorry, I was not specifically right on that one.
we are not actually too far, or the southern tip isn't too far from like the Antarctic. Not far at all.
The
You can
other
see it
side,
right on the
the
map.
other side, the other side is the Pacific.
So, the other side of
The
Tasmania
east
is
side,
the Pacific?
the east side of the island as the Pacific.
Okay.
So if you go past the mountains on the right side of your wing and keep on going, you'll hit the Pacific Ocean.
That's where it's like I know there's a bunch of oceans, and I really only know the Atlantic and the Pacific, but there's much more than that. The Indian, and I guess I can guess where that one's at.
Yeah, I forget what crazy number. The Pacific is like some majority of the world's water. If you get in the center of it and then zoom out or like use a satellite to take a picture, you pretty much have the whole face of the Earth is almost completely water.
Nice. Bob, I heard you talking last week about the space shuttle. Does that mean, do you actually have a space shuttle for the game? I know there is one. Do you have it?
No, I don't have that one. I just I bought the B-52 recently, but no, I don't have that one.
I'd like to see something that goes that high altitude and actually see what the Earth looks like. Probably looks pretty
Is
good.
that
I'm
the
sure
one
they
that's-
figured it all in
that's
because
the one-
somebody might go that high. Sorry, Coast?
Is that what they call the buff?
Yeah,
Big,
B-52.
big ugly. You know what?
Yep.
That's the one.
That thing is fun to fly. It's like trying to turn an aircraft carrier in the sky, but man, it is fun to fly though. It's pretty neat.
Probably doesn't have a glass cockpit you need to worry about.
No, it's all toggles, gauges, but it's fun.
Yeah, I like that kind of stuff.
Yeah, the B-52 is known for how much wiring it's got in the aircraft. Apparently, it's got miles of it.
I have a family member that used to work on B-52s and more associated with what my dad's told me. He said that the wiring harnesses that they had issues with them, they would just cut the wires and leave them in there and run a new one because it was such a issue to deal with.
About debugging the wiring system was essentially impossible.
Especially once it's all shot up.
It's old and it degrades. The coatings on the wiring degrades and they get shorts.
We're only 40 out. You know, it sounds like our buddy in the stream here, Airport Streams. He must be from around here, like right around area. It's always handy. If you ever felt like hopping in and flying with us, come back next week. We're going to be doing it again. Checking out that northern part of New Zealand. North Island. So what company makes that, Bob? Sounds like they did a good job on it.
What, the B-52?
Yeah. The one that you've been flying.
I mean the
I think
MFSS. Which one? I think the real B-52
I
is made
think
by Boeing.
Lockheed.
Oh no, I meant like in the game. That's not default, is it?
No, I had to buy it. But it wasn't that expensive, but they did a nice job on it.
So who did that, you say?
I can't remember now.
Right. Well, as long as it's nice though, because it
It's
does come
in
down to
the-
the company.
it's in the
Sometimes you can
marketplace.
tell if it's going to be nice or not just by the company. You know, some
By
places
the way,
do a
the
good
engines
job.
on those things are really dirty, especially the old ones.
Now, how many are left?
I think they're still the old ones. I don't think they've changed them.
Alright, this would be the time to stop paying attention just long enough to overshoot the runway. We're still 30 something out, but that'll go by in a quick hurry. I'll be interested next week to see if it's improved. But I do remember the last couple of times, we've been there twice, when we went to Hobbiton. The last time we went there, we flew helicopters so we could get right down close and check everything out really nice. But the problem was, there was some weird mesh issues going on. There was some strange, that's one of them photogrammetry places that just has weird random pixels floating around in the middle of the sky that will knock you out of the sky. You don't even see it. It's just a dot. It'll knock you right out of the sky. And sometimes the terrain looks all jagged and weird instead of nice and smooth. But hopefully they fixed that. It's been a long time since I've been there. It'd be nice if they fixed it. I don't think I've been there in the new 24 sim. Last time I was there was in 2020. So we'll see. I remember the coolest part of the whole place really wasn't like the houses and stuff, because you could barely see them. Even when you're right on them, you can barely see them. It's just a door in a hillside. But the cool thing was they had that giant tree. Great big giant tree next to a pond, and it was pretty awesome. Although the last time we went there, I didn't have the ability to walk around. Maybe walking around would be kind of neat. Somehow I slowed
Watch out for those
way
ring
down.
rays.
Sorry, Travis?
So watch out for those ring rays.
Yes. I don't think they've made it to the Shire just yet.
Oh, they're shyer than the new ones that will come.
Those guys are never shy. They're kings. Yeah, I ended up slowing way down for some reason. Back up to buck 40.
Well, this airport's got to be pretty close to sea level, I'd imagine.
It is 14 feet. It's
Wow,
right in
that's,
the...
Right on,
Yeah, it's right on the
almost
harbor.
right on the water there.
It is.
Yeah.
Looks like they got a real nice man-made harbor going on too. With a big break wall. It should look nice when we're coming in.
Hope they don't get tsunamis around here.
Well, we're about 25 out. Got a bit farther to descend this time because we're not up in the mountains. We need to go all the way down to about 2,000 feet. So I'm going to do that. We're not in a big hurry, but we should be getting that soon. Dropping her to 2,000. Before too long, I am also going to jog to the left just a few degrees. I'll get us lined up for that runway 04. I'm turning left to a heading of 345. It says 346, but it'll be 345. 345 left.
What happened to 1 and 2?
They left.
Ah. Sorry, you said that. I missed that.
I can play along. Just trying to yes and you, my man.
Perfect.
And I better increase my rate of descent here. We're going to be there before you know it. Yep, you'll see there's a waterway going right out to the ocean. The runway is going to be right next to that. Right at the mouth of the opening. Haven't really taken a real good look around the cockpit here. Not as much going on as you would have in Hercules. Pretty nice in the back though, huh? Put the executives back there and get them to Hobbiton. $11 miles out. Runway 04. Well, Coast, I hope your landing gear comes down. Didn't have much luck making them go up, but hopefully they come down. You're going to need them.
I'm not going to test it until I get there.
Here you go. Don't tempt fate.
They can always scrape you off the runway.
Yeah, I'm not a new guy to belly landings, as you're all well aware.
We'll get there first and make sure the fire truck's ready. Yeah, we've all done a good belly landing or two. That might be it right there. It's right along the
Yeah,
shoreline,
we'll
heading
find
right into the mouth of the... Nice. Pretty easy to spot, even though I got the sun right in my face.
The shoreline.
Okay. I heard better.
You can sure see it.
For sure.
Alright. Keep an eye on your speeds. Mainly telling myself that, so I don't freaking smash into it again like last time.
on the ground.
Success.
I noticed the speed tape on here is a little bit of a fibber.
How so? It gets down and just kind of wiggles? Or?
You got the white and green lines going down really low speed, and that's gonna stall before that.
Yeah. I mean, does that include full flaps or not? You know, what are they taking into account there? It doesn't seem to change no
The
matter
white
what you do.
lines, the white line's supposed to be the bottom end, supposed to be full flap, roughly stall speed, and the green is supposed to be without flaps.
Yeah, I'm going to try to come in
It's-
just under 100, see how that works. Instead of
Yeah.
150 like I did last time. 150 sideways because I wasn't even coming in straight.
They got a little grass strip that comes down to your right at the end of the runway, and got a nice little barn, looks like, or a couple of hangars, one with a little porta potty next to it in case you got to go.
All right. Well, they got something going on around here. Oh, I see there's a whole nother on the other side there, too, by where the windsock is. A whole nother, like a village or something. Big barn.
Yeah, that's probably where I'm at. I took a right down here at the end of the runway in the grass field.
Yeah, I can
There's
see
a couple of little airplanes.
I can see your name tag over there. If you look across the field, you can see there's a whole different area over there. It has the windsock and all that. Yeah, I'm going to come down where you are, though. Looks like where the gang's headed.
Yeah. Well, if you come down here, it's all fenced in. You can't get back out.
Yeah, I noticed the fence going on. I was hoping there'd be something in there. What do they got around here? They got kangaroos around here? Orcs?
The grass runway over here you can take to get over there.
Oh, I see. Very interesting. This really does kind of look like a bespoke airport, even though there's not much here. But I don't think it had a star on it.
Still exists.
Got a little minivan driving by, a little shuttle bus.
Maybe it's just really a big taxiway. There's not really a runway number on my thing anyway, so it's just a wide taxiway. Grassland.
I suppose you could land here in a pinch if you had to. I've got Bob parked inside of something, maybe a Diamond. Looks like just a random airplane over there. There's a city here too, look at that, across the lake. Cool.
Wherever you want to park, Laser.
Oh, I don't know. I'm just kind of looking for a reason to park anywhere. Yeah, I'll go up there and park on the right of Bob. Ooh, luckily my wingtip goes right through that fence. Maybe my, or it went right over it. I don't know if the airplane would or not.
Yeah, I didn't see that diamond you're talking about that was parked with me.
No, that's right behind you now. It's probably just showing up on my screen. You might have a different random thing parked somewhere that I don't see.
I see a red tail dragger and a Grand Caravan behind us.
Yeah, I see. I got a little red tail dragger, and that's about it. And then a diamond, and then all of us. Yeah, cool flight. I enjoyed that. We saw some cool stuff. Oh, there's a porta potty over here.
Maybe he can't get out.
You can't go through the fence?
I think I locked wing nut in here.
Oh.
I can't. You guys corralled me in between airplanes. I can't get.
That's funny. Oh, you're
How
a
do you
little
crouch down?
pen. Hey, what's up? I'll try to make a little room.
I can push back.
No, don't worry about it. I'll just get my drone.
I tried to slew out of there and everything went kind of crazy. Oh, I know what I can do. Look, if I pause it, you can walk right through me. And then when I come back, the gate's closed.
I'm out. I had to crouch.
Oh, crouching did
Really
it.
is a nice
Good deal.
paint job.
Who's got the nice paint job?
You do.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's, you know, it's nifty. Like I said, it's the paint job a freaking high schooler would pick. It's like, that's my radical airplane, man.
Grease
Nobody's
lightning.
in the porty potty back here, are they? Drat, it's locked.
Oh, it's locked? Well, doesn't look like there's anybody around here to get you in trouble. I considered flying the Diamond tonight, but yeah, that's a bit squirrely. It's pretty fast too. We don't need to be going that fast.
I don't want one for that long, anyways. Stay there forever.
Forever. Got a shuttle bus over here dropping somebody off, or no, it's just one of the ground crew. Probably checking to see what we need.
Wondering why you're trying to moonwalk.
Well, this car's moonwalking. It's moving, but the tires ain't rolling.
This Earth Digital Twin is something else, man.
Oh, you're doing the camping thing?
No, just in general. I mean, that they have this whole perfect world now.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, you know?
We were talking earlier about Flight Simulator X and how, you know, the terrain, it looked okay, but it wasn't real. I mean, this is real.
Yeah, it's video game real, but it's real good. Well, let's see here. Airport Streams has a great suggestion for us. It's Saturday night in Westport, which where we're at in Westport. It says head to the only bar just down the road, and you'll find everyone. Well, that sounds like fun.
That sounds like Kansas City. Kansas City's got a place called Westport. It's a strip of basically nightclubs and bars. Basically
Right.
restaurants and nightclubs
Well,
and
you know,
bars.
it's probably Main Street for them, I guess. Well, it depends on how big a city it is. Looks like
Huge.
around here, I saw that city too. It was just over here. It'd be a long walk. So we got to hitch a ride on that shuttle bus.
I think I can see it past the gates
Yeah.
up here.
Yeah, definitely a little city down there.
Oh, looks like there's a little walkway or roadway
Yeah,
over
there it
here.
is. Let's go to town. Pretty cool. Tearing it up on a Saturday at Westport.
Coast, is that you just landed? Or coming around?
Thought we were missing someone.
I think Coast's still in the air.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I see him. He's still flying over there overhead. He's flying right over top of us. Come on.
What's he
Don't dump
dropping?
your honey bucket on us.
Well, gentlemen, thank you for the flight. Laser, I'm gonna get out of here.
Absolutely, buddy. We'll hopefully see you next week, taking off from here.
Sounds good.
Mia Scully
Have a good
also
night. Have a good one,
looks
guys.
like she's cashing in for the night. Thanks for the flight and going to sleep. 6 a.m. there. Wow, didn't realize Mia Scully stays up all night to fly with us. That's great. Yeah, have a good night and have a good weekend, all of you. It's actually
All right,
probably
Laser, you take care.
See ya.
be a good time to shut down the stream right here as it is. But yeah, everybody, come join us here next Friday, same time. We're going to take off out of here and we're going to fly the northern island of New Zealand. Be a real good time. We always take it casual. The information is in the description of the video, and you can join us. We would love to see you there. So everybody have a good weekend and take care.